Meanwhile, do you want to guys discuss anything on the previous questions, any comments, any hiccups, anything you want to try but you couldn't try?
What, Raghu?
So basically, today will be continuation of previous sessions, Git. So do you have any questions you want to discuss? About Git commands, etc.?
No, Raghu, I have done few. I have seen the session, and I have created an account on the GitHub, and I've seen how to do clone the repository and all.
Okay, fine. Okay, then just let me continue. So last we created some repo with Raghu STPL or whatever, some other repo. So now you can make use of this Git repo I've created. 1 minute. Yeah. Git repo, Git repository I've created. You can make use of this. And then I'll remove the background color. Yeah. Then it's mainly accessible from here. GitHub page. So now, yeah, how you can manage your system, you can install Git and you can clone it. So to do some changes, then let's see some very specific Git commands normally. I just opening from the same notes. So this site, whichever I mentioned, this one, it's very nice. So I'm not saying this is a complete Git reference, give some basics so that whenever you want, you can do. Normally, if you see in the last last video, while doing the commit and doing the push, whatever, I had to do this. So normally you can do this much ahead. Basically, you're setting your username. You can set your name normally, or you can set your GitHub. For example, my GitHub user account is prasad-ilansoft. That you can use. Then git init is one way to create a repository. In our case, what we had done is we went to github.com, created a repo, and then use this git clone to download this command we use to download to my local system and the Linux. Then we did the change to that CD to the respective name of the repo, and then we can check git status. So git status at every moment, you can check what are the changes. So you make some file changes, you do anything, git status will tell you the status of the system or any changes required. Like in one case, we have seen the file is changed, but it is not added. So normally git add dot is a very dangerous thing. For a beginning time, just try to run and try to add your own files specifically. Then when you do git commit -m, any message you give. So basically your commit and go into the main system. Git pull we have not done. Git pull is like you just downloaded something, you change, you know that some other person has changed some changes in their system and you want to get that changes down to your system. So we do git pull just to get a latest update. For example, let's say there is a feature branch in the GitHub. Let's go to one repository. Now let's say 2 or 3 people are working. Say right now only one contributor, that is me. Now let's say in a specific feature branch you're working on, someone made some changes to some of the files like readme.md or whatever. Now I want to get that change. So what I do, I just do git pull Then whatever the other person has done the changes in the respective system, I will get it to my system locally. That is git pull. Then git branch is to know what is the current branch I am in. If you do git branch minus a, you will see the complete list. Let's do git branch minus a. So I'm going to my specific place and then doing the SSH. I'll just remove this rm minus rf. Delete the file. Delete the rm minus f is delete the file. Rm minus rf means delete the entire folder without any asking. If you don't give minus f, it's like every file it will ask you, do you want to delete? So now in this place, home Ubuntu practice, I don't have any files. Let's do the git clone of my repository. And if you have any questions here also, you can just ask me to stop in case. So I'm doing git clone. So it has downloaded, no issues. Now let's see what are the files we have, what are the stuff. Practice repo is created. I'm just seeding to the respective repo. It's being recorded, yes. Now let me do git status. And if your branch is, if your repository is not a git branch, but when you do git status, you will get some error. It says nothing to commit. Now I'm in master branch. So let's confirm that again, git branch. Yeah, I'm in master branch. See this green line. Now let me check out my branch, which is there in the system. So there is a master branch, develop branch, and future/test repo. So let me get that locally. How you do? Git checkout minus b is to create a locally branch. First time you can do this, otherwise not required. /test-repo. Switch it to a new branch. Now let's do git branch. You see, now this is green highlighted and it's clearly saying star. So switched it. Let's do git branch minus a to see all the branches. So now git branch minus a, you can see anything starts with remote is like that is something on my actual repo, which is in the GitHub. We have develop branch, feature test repo branch, and master branch. See this? Master, develop, and feature repo. This is remote. So why do you see like this remote? Just to say that I'm working on my local copy and remaining are that remote branches. Yeah, so Git is again bit complicated. If you are not able to understand, watch the video again and again, you will have more idea. Oh, another person joined. Ahmad Shahab. Ilyas, do you really want to know Git, man?
Man, that Git is very fundamental, man. This level I need to know.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You and Anjali are there. Yeah, obviously it's more learning for anyone. Okay. So in this essential Git commands from which I clicked here, yeah. So git branch minus a or git branch is very useful. So git checkout is to switch to a branch. Like we saw here, git checkout minus b, creating a new local branch. Now let's say I have locally master. I just want to check out to master branch. Switch it to branch master. Now let's again do git branch. You see master is highlighted. So this is one way you are doing on the git command line. I will show from the IntelliJ IDE also. So that way you can learn certain things simply. But in general, with respect to interviews, you have to know git command from a CLI perspective, no other go. Git stash, unstash. This is like you want to, I will show this also, but no need to use this much. So git stash and unstash. Why do you use this is, let's say you have done some changes. Let's do this now. So now again, let me check out to my future branch. Git stash, even if you don't understand, fine, but I'm just anyway showing as an information. So let's say readme.md is there. Some test, something I changed. Now see this git status. It says readme.md in the future branch test repo. Now let me do git checkout to master. No, actually it should be a problem. Git stash normally we do. Actually, when you have some changes, when you are not committed it, that time we normally use git stash. Let me do this again back. Okay, I'm in my regular branch. Let's see the git status. Git checkout this thing. So now let's say I use git stash just to save my changes. Saved working directory and end state onto this. Now, if you say, 1 minute, again git stash. No local changes to save. So basically, normally when we use git stash is, let's say, yeah, when you have changes in your various branches and if you want to move from one place to another place, and sometimes what happens is there are some kind of a conflict. When I say conflict, what I mean is in the same file, in the same place, you edit at the same time. Then Git will not be able to do. What it says is you use stashing to save your changes locally. Now I can do git stash unstash. This is bit tricky thing. Git stash apply to get your save changes back, and also git unstash is there. I don't know whether they are removed. Okay, git stash apply. Let's do that only. So we did initially git stash to put our changes. Now see, I'll do again git stash apply. It will not, should not work. Let's see. Your local changes to the following first would be overwritten by March. So basically, we already got it back. We are trying it again. That's the reason it's showing like an error. Now let me say which branch I'm in. So future test repo. So git stash and unstash, if you don't understand, that is fine. Mainly it is used as a very good tool when you want to switch between the branches and you want to save your stuff. Let me just check what is a readme thing which I have. So whatever my sum test is there as it is, fine. Git stash. Now we'll come to git merge bit late, git reset. So basically you don't want to take your latest changes, whatever. So basically reset is you don't want to use it. You can pretty much want to just uncheck it or whatever. Let me do git reset. Now let me do git status. I'll say git reset unstaged changes. Let me do a local commit first. I'm just doing some test commit. Now let's say git reset. Other way we can do is git checkout. So you can use this when you just want to revert the changes. Git remote is not, you don't use normally when it is there. So git merge is bit important. So merge is what is like whatever you have in some branch, now you merge it to another branch. Merging is like taking the information, changes from one future branch to other. This is more important. We'll talk about rebase also, but merge is much more important. Any questions till now, guys? Hashim also joined. Okay.
No good.
So I will just try to show git merge. So we are in git branch. Now syntax for this git merge. This tutorial will go a bit more on to show merging and rebasing, but merge syntax you can do in many ways. I will start. See what this guy is doing is they want to merge master branch into future branch. Means take the code of master branch into future branch. They're trying to merge in this case. Now what we will do, we'll create another branch, then we'll try to merge one future branch to another branch. If you see my current branches, future test report. So let me create a new branch.
Hey, Raghu, I have a question.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Hey, I wanted to know, what do we use the GitHub for? Like, what is it used for? What's the main purpose?
Is it Tabish?
Yeah, that's Tavish.
Excellent. Nice to hear a question. See, GitHub is like Git repository. You need to maintain your code somewhere. You can use GitHub. You can use Bitbucket. See this.
So it holds code.
Yeah, you can host code free of charge. You can host it. Bitbucket, GitHub, GitLab.com. You can put your code free of charge. I mean, companies still get some other benefits. They need to pay some money. But as an individual, you can just host code anywhere here. It's like your version control system. You need to maintain your code. See, right now we are a DevOps, that is fine. Let's say you need, as a DevOps person, you need to help the developer guys. So he needs to host the code somewhere, GitLab, GitHub, whatever. For easy thing, many people ask for GitHub thing, and some interviews they'll say, please give me your GitHub account ID. So that way they see what are the things you practicing. So nowadays companies are checking your GitHub activity as well. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
So basically your code repository, that's a github.com.
I have a question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little confused on the command for the gits. I mean,
Yeah, it's very confusing. Just practice it.
Yeah.
See, just try to practice it. See, and I'm not saying you to understand each and every command of this. In this thing as a command, whatever you understand, you just do. You just practice it. You practice it, you understand much more.
Okay, will do.
Hey, Raghu, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, Hashim, you can speak louder, but I can hear you. Yes. Now
yeah,
it's better. Sorry. Go on. Yes, go on, Hashim.
I'm just coming there. Wait.
No, you are fine. I only had less volume. You talk from there. So let others know. Go on.
Okay. No, just I have a question. Like, if the company is able to see what you're doing on your GitHub, but when you work in a company, or if you are an employee, they have their own account, right? So, how are they gonna check? Like, no one is.
No. It's not for that. So basically, if you are applying for interviews, some companies, not all, some companies will say, please share your GitHub ID. What they mean is,
Uh-huh.
see, I will show you one more thing. Right. This is my
Raghu, I've also shared my GitHub also, just in case you want to browse.
yeah, go on. Then tell your GitHub account.
I just sent in the message over there, just in the,
Which
in the group
message?
chat, group
Oh, okay,
message,
okay, good.
so that others can also see. We can have an interactive sort of.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good. Ahmad's Java 20.
That's where I uploaded the Spring Boot.
Very nice. See, so
Cheers.
now, actually, as a developer, it's very important. DevOps also not required, but sometimes people can ask. Now, if you see here, see what companies, when I say they will check out is, let's say you're applying for some jobs. Okay, you're applying for some jobs. Now, what they will check is, okay, what is your activity in a public GitHub? Are you doing something on your own? Are you trying to learn something on your own? That's what they're going to check. But once you are part of the company, that's different. But in general, when you apply for interviews, sometimes they'll ask, please share your GitHub account details so that we want to see you, what you practice in general. That's the context. Got it now, Hashim?
Yes, Raghu. I have one more question actually based on
Go on.
merge. Like when you say merge, it is like, for example, two branches, they're sending their code, they're pushing and pulling from different locations, and that you can see it in the GitHub, right? So
See, from GitHub, if you want to do merge, how will you do merge? You need to use something else. Either you use to from your IDE, like IntelliJ or Eclipse, whatever, or else you do it from the command line. Now, what you see is when you create a merge request, you see something called pull request.
okay.
But if you want to merge, let's say you have some conflicts, which we say normally merge conflicts. Okay, now let's do it in a small way, small exercise. Now, we did a very small change in feature test repo. Now, let's push it. Git push origin, sorry, origin develop. That's a standard.
Origin master, right?
No, master is one thing. 1 minute. Yeah, just nothing to commit. Yeah, we already committed. Let me just say git push. Oh, sorry, git push origin master nahi test repo, because I was in this branch. See this highlighted branch, I am here. Origin means you're just saying you're pushing to the remote place. So now it's asking for the username of the GitHub, which is Prasad iLinesoft. Now what are the password I have set? iLines. Oh. So now what happened is it has done git push, means see this, push to my local content to the remote repository content. Now we can check the same thing in GitHub also. Let's see here. See, it has already come that you already pushed. So the change I made, it's coming as some test, and it is saying in GitHub that this branch has got some change. Now let's see just for a check whether it is there or not. Master, no, develop nothing. Master is nothing. Whereas if you see my feature branch, there is some change. Now to put this change into another branch, there are two options. One thing is you go to Git and run that git merge command line, one option. Other option is you go here and create something called pull request. I'm just showing all the options. Create a pull request. Now you can say where to where. Normally master is for the release. So we need to do first step. We need to first send it to develop. See what I'm asking is just click the pull request. It's saying from my branch to the develop branch, I want to send it for a merge. It says able to merge, means there are no merge conflicts. Again, if you have merge conflicts, you need to resolve in the command line. How do you resolve the command line? When you do git merge, you get something, then you need to do one by one. So that is bit hectic process. Other way normally I prefer is I do the merge from a IDE like IntelliJ. I mean, this is more of a developer related stuff. Yeah. So now I'm just trying to merge. Whenever you create merge request or pull request, this is actually called git merge. Some new commit will be created. I will show what does it mean by commit. Now let's come to your command line. See, these things you will not understand definitely for first class. You need to practice few times, then only you will understand. Let me just type git log. So see here, initial commit when I first created in the GitHub. Then next commit, I did this change and I given this heading as some test commit. So basically I made 2 commits. That's what you're able to see in the git log. Git log is a command. So if the interview asks, how will you check your commits from the command line? This is how you check. How do you check from the GitHub? It's very easy. Merging from feature branch to develop branch. I'm just giving an example. So it has done the merge. This merge has no conflicts. Now you say merge. See, in this case, I am the whole owner. When you typically do in the company, when you do the merge request called pull request, you create it. Then the respective project lead, whatever has the authority, he has to approve. So that guy does in this way. Now merged, you see this information. Now let's get into our code. Code means whatever the information you have. If you see master, still we did not do any merge because that is only for the release purpose. If you see my develop branch, whatever the little change I made in my future branch, it's here. This is the one example of merge. In this case, we have done the merge from the UI, GitHub UI. You can do the same thing from command line like this. It is probably more difficult. For now, you can assume that you can do from the UI in this way. Which one? Merging from one feature branch to another branch. But the people prefer you to do from the command line. Got it, Hashim?
Yes, Raghu.
Yeah, this is simplistic stuff I just wanted to show. We can do from command line. This sounds more difficult or this thing, but you can see it in this way, and if you want, you can practice. Like, how do you want to do the merge? How do you want to practice it? But what I really want to show you is something between merging and rebasing. I already pasted this one. See this in the training document. This is I kept in this training document, and merging versus rebasing. Merging is all about you take the changes from one branch into another branch at one shot. Now there is something called rebasing. Picture might be very confusing, but purpose of rebase is, let's say you have done 3-4 commits in another branch, in a future branch. Now to merge it to another branch, you bring all the commits at one shot and then it will be there. Whereas in rebase, no. The way what happens is, in the first commit, you make some 3 changes to your file. In another commit, 4 files have changed. So when you do rebase, it's like each commit you need to put it to your new branch. So rebase sometimes is very irritating process, and also they say golden rule. See this, the golden rule of Git is rebase is to never use it on public branches. When you work with a lot of people in general, rebase is a very, very bad option. And once you know some Git basic commands, you can read this tutorial. Ilyas, probably it might work out for you. But for all of you, don't read this tutorial. I just kept it and pasted it just for his information. Whenever you feel you want to know more about rebase versus merge, you can read about this. For now, just focus on this simple commands as much as possible. And yeah, this general commands you can follow. If you have any questions, we can discuss now. If you not, you can try to create a simple Git branch in your own way and try to practice some commands before coming to the next class. Any questions on this, guys, here?
No.
Now, let me use next 8 minutes to do how to do it in IntelliJ. It's quite easy, very easy. So I just opened my IDE, IntelliJ Community Edition. Even Eclipse also you can do, but I somehow like this for working with Git. I was doing this when I was doing some DevOps stuff or even a developer stuff. So first I need to get my code from internet to here. Get from the version control, clicking this. GitHub. So you just copy your GitHub URL. So for a change, let's get from this guy. Again, we need to give this. Oh, you don't need to give any password. Let's say I'm giving this one. So directly getting it from this way, Ilyas Ahmed. So see this, I have a git clone URL. I just copy it. Now I'll paste it here. I don't need a login probably. Oh, maybe his login might not work for me.
It's open. It should work. I mean, you shouldn't need a login. It's open. You can browse the files, right? What do you mean by
No.
login?
I think, yeah, you're right. But normally,
You just want to check out for.
yeah, let me try this way. I'll try with direct URL. So let me clone it. Yeah, I'm just downloading his stuff. Then I'll do some local changes. I might not be able to commit, but at least I will show locally how do you do the merge. No, but Elias, once we get the stuff and once you put it to the remote place, it might not work directly, but at least let me show the merge. How simple is it in this IDEs?
What is it trying to do? It's not so heavy, man. Okay, yeah, it's a full Spring Boot course, yeah.
Then let me cancel it and let me download my own stuff so that it can be shown very quickly.
Okay, yeah, good stuff.
So let me clone this so that I have my complete GitHub. Now better you log in with your own GitHub so that you have full access. So login is Prasad Eyeline Soft and password is portal 1. Invalid authentication data. Soft. Something.
I think login should be your email ID, right?
No. Username. Username is the one. That's how we did.
Okay.
I'll just say github.com. Let's say. Oh, this worked. Okay, I'm just selecting this repo. I want to download this and I want to clone it to my locally. Would you like to create an IntelliJ IDEA process? That's fine, but we will not commit. So this is just a simple stuff. I don't want to create anything much. I'm just using the default stuff. Basically, I just want to show a simple merge, how it will work out. Now, let me just expand this thing. You see here, the advantage with this is IDEs, it's very easy to switch. You don't need to remember that commands way too much. But interviews, they want you to do command line. See git master. Now, let's say I want to go to my another branch, let's say feature branch. Just go here and choose checkout. Basically what we have done, git checkout branch name, but it's so easy. Now, let's say I do some changes in my develop branch, wantedly. Say I'm in develop branch, then I'll do some change. I'll put some more line here. 1, 2, 3. Where is the edit? Edit option is should be there. something I did. Just change the view because I think first one is a view something. So I just changed the code. Now, forget about this IML file. No need to worry. Now let's say git push. We remembered so much command, git push, origin, whatever. Git push here is so simple. This is like an update project, means git pull. I'm just telling you how it is. This one is, it does commit and push. So the moment you say, it automatically says which files you want to do, and it will say unversioned files. Let's say this Jeng files I don't want to commit. I don't need to select. So I just taken this file. Now you'll just say another commit to. I'm just showing how easy to do with an IDE. Author, if you want to set up your name, or else it will take automatically. See this thing, by default, the option is commit and push. Basically, it's doing git commit for you and also git push for you. ID, it's so simplified. Oh, it's asking git username, password. Prasad-I linesoft. Email not required. Oh, it's asking. Prasad. That's it. The moment you do push, it will go on there in my main repository. You will just get a success message. Basically, what I want to show is I want to get this data of the develop branch into my feature branch. I just want to show that. So that way you see how easy to do in git merge. Now in my feature branch, if you see my readme.md, it is something else. Let me change the view. It just has this data. Now what we can do, right click on this, go to git, go to repository, you say merge changes. Now it just says from which branch you want to delete. So let me take from the remote branch of develop branch. I want to put some data into my local branch, feature test repo. So since there is no conflict, see, it came directly. So basically I'm doing the merge, which this command of git merge so simply. This git merge, yeah. From the IDE. So from the IDE, you don't even know what's happening internally. It's so simple. You may like it or not like it, but my experience is you spend with an IDE, it's so easy to do all these things. So it will get disconnected in next 1 minute. Again, you can rejoin. But any questions right now are fully confused? Ilyas, Hashim, Tabish, Irfan?
I'm good, Prasad.
Yeah. So I'm just want to say how easy to do with an IDE. In doing command line, you might have to remember so much of stuff, so many things, all the stuff. So, but an IDE, it's very simple. There are some advanced concepts of cherry pick, all those things, but not required. Typical interview questions, this is enough. Which commands you need to practice? Which commands? These commands, typically. If you are not sure, you can look at this video. You can practice with your own GitHub account. You can still ping me offline. And for a standard interview question, this guy has not discussed rebase because it's very complicated. And you can just try to see this diagram. Main thing you remember, this is not a, in my opinion, excellent way. Many teams actually debate all those things because rebase is all about every commit of files you need to do one by one. With respect to merge, now let's say multiple changes we can merge at one shot. Now you can see this version control in the IDE, basically the git log. You remember git log, right? So it might try to say you have done this, now it's committed to this develop branch, all these symbols. This might be confusing, but point is